He had the vision, the power, the patience, the heart, and the work ethic. Marcus Lattimore wasn't just another great college running back. He was a future NFL star in the making. But unfortunately, fate had other plans.
He's a special kid now, I'll tell you. A special player. He does not look like a freshman. He doesn't play.
Born in Duncan, South Carolina, Marcus Lattimore was different. Even in high school, it was so clear this kid was dominating the field, and he owned it. At James F. Burns High School, Marcus Lattimore rushed for more than 6,000 yards and over 100 touchdowns, becoming the #1 high school running back in the nation in the year 2010. Even though he had offers all over the country, he decided to stay home as he committed to the University of South Carolina. Expectations were sky high and through the roof. And in his very first college game, Marcus Lattimore made sure everyone would know his name. On September 4th, 2010 versus Southern Miss, Marcus Lattimore made his debut. He ran for 182 yards and 2 touchdowns, a statement, but he was just getting started. In a game versus Georgia in 2010, one of the top defenses in the SEC, he rushed 37 times for 182 yards and carried South Carolina to a significant victory over Georgia. That freshman year, he ended with a total of 1,197 yards and 17 total touchdowns, and he was named the National Freshman of the Year. Coach Steve Spurrier already made this statement that he's the best back he's ever coached, and this was his freshman year, and Steve Spurrier has seen a lot of really good running backs through his time. It was the beginning of a rise of a legend. Lattimore wasn't just dominant, he was complete. He could block, catch out of the backfield, read holes like a seasoned pro in the NFL, and he also bulldozed defenders when he had to. By 2011, NFL scouts were already buzzing, and he was a surefire first-round pick. Some would even say top 10, maybe even top 5. And that, of course, is saying something from the running back position. But then the unfortunate happened. November 15th, 2011, a game versus Mississippi State, a torn ACL would end his sophomore season and cut it short. But that didn't stop Marcus Lattimore. He didn't even flinch. He rehabbed, he rebuilt, and he returned. His junior season, he was looking right back in form. He began strong, had over 11 touchdowns in just 9 games. Marcus Lattimore was back, and his draft stock was rising once again. But then, the unfortunate and unthinkable happened once again, and it all came crashing down. It was October 27th, 2012, the injury versus Tennessee. A catastrophic knee injury, dislocated knee, torn ligaments. Some said it was the worst injury ever that they've seen on a football field. You can look up images, you can look up the video. I will not put either one on this video just because, if I'm being honest, it's even hard for me to look at. And in that instant, the dreams of not just an NFL player, but one of the greatest NFL running backs was hung in the balance. Once the #1 rated running back in the country, dominated his freshman year, was looking incredible his sophomore year, has now dealt with 2 knee injuries, both on the opposite knees. But of course, Marcus Lattimore would not give up, and he would not stop. He rehabbed, he rebuilt, and he came back. And despite the injuries, this just shows the amount of hype and his athletic ability he had. The San Francisco 49ers still believed, and they took a chance on drafting Marcus Lattimore in the 4th round in the 2013 NFL Draft. Those knew it could take a minute, but they wanted to give a shot for what was one of the best running backs ever in college football history. He sat out his rookie year, working and grinding and hoping that he could physically get his body back to where it once was. But the injuries, they just took their toll. His explosiveness, his cuts, all were just declined. His confidence, that was never the same due to his injuries. And in 2014, before ever playing a single snap in the NFL, Marcus Lattimore, retired at just the age of 23 years old. And it leaves you just questioning, what could Marcus Lattimore have been? NFL scouts projected him as a franchise back. His skill set compared to Frank Gore, people like Marshawn Lynch, and then his elusiveness of LaDainian Tomlinson. If he stayed healthy, many believed he could have been a Hall of Famer. I truly believe that he could have been one of the greatest NFL running backs we would have ever seen. But when you just take a step back and you think about it, we never got a chance to witness it. One of his former teammates said he had it all. If he stayed healthy, we'd be talking about another Adrian Peterson. We don't have the answers, but sometimes fate just has a different plan than what maybe we do. But Marcus Lattimore's story doesn't end with football. It evolved. He returned to the University of South Carolina to mentor young athletes, became a motivational speaker, and an advocate for mental and physical resilience. Because, of course, when you're dealing with injuries like that and you have all of these expectations and goals to reach the highest point of your career and then to have it taken away due to injuries, you could only imagine what that could do to your mental health. But in his pain, he found purpose. And in his setback, he became a symbol of strength. And no, we never got to see Marcus Lattimore in the NFL. We never got to see highlight reels of his career. We never got to see him make the Pro Bowl. We never got to see greatness fulfilled. He could have been a Super Bowl winning back. He could have changed a franchise forever. But what we did get was a glimpse of what could have been and the inspiration of a man who turned heartbreak into hope. Marcus Lattimore may have been one of the greatest NFL running backs we never got. But he did turn into an athlete that many other young athletes needed. In addition to helping out young athletes, he also found a calling in coaching. He went back to the high school setting for a time, where he was at Heathwood High School and eventually named head coach on November 14th back in 2016. And then on January 11, 2018, he announced that Lattimore would be joining Will Muschamp's coaching staff at the University of South Carolina as a director of player development. And then since 2020, Lattimore is serving as a running backs coach at Lewis and Clark College. This Lattimore is a great example of being able to turn a very dark and negative situation into positivity and bring light for others. Let me know, where do you think Marcus Lattimore would have ranked amongst the NFL top running back if he was able to stay healthy? If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the coming future. And as always, guys, stay humble, stay kind, and peace.